Hey guys, Richard Blaine here. Thanks for stopping by my Easy Cooking channel tonight. Tonight I am going to cook for you. Next week will be my first review on my Mr. Easy Knife channel. But tonight I'm going to cook for you, okay? Tonight I'm going to cook something called Japanized pasta or Japanized spaghetti recipes, okay? It's a Japanese thing. It's an Italian thing. It's an Italian thing. It's a Japanese thing. It's something called wafu pazzuta or wafu pasta, okay? Wa means Japanese. Fu means style. So wafu, Japanese style, okay? This is the method of the Japanese incorporating culinary ideas from other cultures into their food culture, just as every other food culture on this planet has done for centuries, okay? The word means Western food. The word I'm talking about is called yoshoku or yushoku, okay? Shaku, shoku. You'll have to deal with my accents, guys. It's just that bad, okay? What we're talking about is the addition of European culinary attributes to Japanese culinary attributes is called yoshoku or yushoku, okay? This is the Western European attribute, okay? Yoshoku or yoshoku is the westernization of Japanese cooking. The dish I'm making tonight is anchovy spaghetti with wasabi, nori, and mushrooms in a lovely cream sauce with some masago or tobiko flying fish eggs on top, okay? But this is a blend of East meets West, okay? Now, even though wafu dishes are generally made with Italian-style pasta in Japan, the wafu recipes themselves, for some reason, aren't considered to be yoshoku or yoshaku, which is Western food. It seems that since the Japanese have adopted the Western style or the European style pasta, that the yoshoku attribute into the Western dining is considered to be more of Japan meets the West in pasta recipes, okay? But it's a very fine line. These dishes ride a very fine line between East and West, okay? It's generally made, yes, with Asian ingredients. And the best part about that is you can use just about any kind of Asian ingredient you want, whether it's Japanese or not. So you have to be used to Japanese ingredients like wasabi and certain kinds of mushrooms. So without any further ado, let's get going. I'm going to make you some wafu pazzuta, okay, or some wafu pasta. And as usual, 15 minutes. I know there is more than 15 minutes, but let's get going, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, guys. In this recipe, I'm going to be using spaghetti, okay? I'm going to be using spaghetti number 4, okay? It's a slightly thinner spaghetti than usual. It's not a full thick spaghetti. It's halfway between a regular spaghetti and a spaghettini. Okay. And I'm going to twirl this into the water. Alright, twirl this into the water. Get it to loosen up. There we go. There we go. Gets it all down. Okay. Now, I'm going to cook this according to the instructions about 8 minutes to 10 minutes to get al dente. And then I'm going to strain this out of the pot. Okay. And then I'm going to reintroduce it to the pot and keep it warm while I make the sauce, because the sauce is going to be made very quickly. It's a very fast sauce to make. It's a very delicious sauce to make. So, okay guys, we got some olive oil coming up to the boil, and to that I'm adding some butter, turning it down to a medium. Okay? There we go. There we go. Olive oil for the smoke point, butter for the flavor. And I'm reducing the butter in the olive oil on medium. Okay. Now, garlic, lots of garlic. Now, I'm not going to give you a prescribed amount. Whatever you consider lots of garlic for the flavor of garlic, okay, that's what you put in here. This dish happens to use a lot of garlic. Okay? So I'm going to saute this for about a minute or two and get this going. Alright, now we don't want to brown this garlic necessarily, but we want to saute it. We want to infuse the oil with its flavor. Now, if you have some whole dried chilies, great. If you don't, that's fine. You can use the equivalent of 2 whole dry chilies by using crushed flake if you don't have the whole stuff that you can chop up or break. So we're going to saute that, and the flavor of the garlic and the flavor of the chili is going to infuse into this very quickly. Okay? Alright, now, already it's getting infused. I have the spaghetti sitting on the side staying warm. Okay, here we go. Garlic's nice and soft and just now starting to get golden. Okay, it's in a base of olive oil and butter, delicious. You're not going to need to add salt because the next step right now is if you have 1/3 to 1/2 of a flat of anchovies, it goes in. If not, you can use a little anchovy paste because it's basically the same thing. So I'm going to use about the equivalent of about 1/3 to 1/2 of a flat of canned anchovies, and I'm stirring that in here a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Using the anchovy paste is sometimes a lot easier than using anchovies themselves because then you have to smash them down. This dissipates quite well. So I'm going to let this infuse and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, the garlic has turned golden, the anchovies have dissipated, and now I'm slowly going to add about I'm slowly going to add about 3 ounces, maybe 4 ounces of white wine. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to raise this on high to bring it to a boil, and I'm going to reduce it by about 1/3. After it comes to a boil, I'll reduce it to medium. Okay, the sauce is at a boil, so now I'm reducing to about a medium low, and I'm going to let this reduce by about 1/3, and then we're going to add some mushrooms and some wasabi. Alright, the sauce is reduced, and in goes shimeji mushrooms, or beach mushrooms. I love these, okay? And I'm going to bring this back up to a boil to soften those mushrooms up quickly, and then we're going to move on to the next step in this pasta recipe. Alright, the shimejis have softened up famously, and we have the flavors of the mushroom, the garlic, the chili, the wine, okay, the anchovy, okay. This is going to be good. Now, we are going to add some wasabi. Whatever you feel comfortable with. This is a spicy dish, and I do like spice. So add however much wasabi you want. Oh, that smells good. Alright, I reduced the heat on this sauce because I didn't want it to be in a roiling bubble. Because now, to continue this seafood sauce, I'm going to slowly add some cream. Okay. I'm not even going to turn the heat on yet. Okay. I'm slowly going to add some cream. There we go. I'm using some half and half. And it's going to blend into this wafu pazuta very well. There you go. Look at that velvety texture. Look at that velvety texture. There you go. That's about all I'm going to need. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring this up to a low simmer. to get it hot, and then I'm going to start adding pasta to it. I'll be right back. Alright, I just brought it up to the slightest of simmer, and now I'm going to add some of the spaghetti. Woohoo, hot. And I'm adding it by hand, so yes, it is hot. Woohoo. Oh, here we go. Nice big helping, there we go. Nice big helping of spaghetti, because I am hungry. I'm going to mix this in. There we go. And the spaghetti being al dente is going to soak up a lot of the residual moisture until the pasta is just perfect. Oh, but this is just a lovely, creamy pasta. The scent of the anchovies, the scent of the wasabi and garlic, lots and lots of garlic. I am going to plate this up in just about a second, and we'll take a look and see what it looks like. Oh my God, it smells so good. This is ridiculous. Okay guys, there's the finished product right there. Okay, wafu pazzuta, Japanized Western spaghetti with anchovy, wasabi, shimeji mushrooms, chili, garlic, and now I'm going to finish it up, okay? Here we go. I'm going to top it with some toasted white sesame seeds, lightly toasted, okay? There you go. I happen to love the sesame seeds. Adds a nice crunch. There you go. And to that, I'm going to add some scallion for the sharpness of flavor. If you know that you're going to be kissing somebody tonight, don't add the scallions. Okay? Whatever you do, don't add the scallions. Okay? And to that, some nori. Okay? Sliced up nori. Okay? There we go. As much or as little as you would like. There we go. Just enough. Or you could use furikake, you could use shichimi togarashi, you could use sancho for the tingle. Okay? And on top of that, I'm going to add one nice scoop of masago, or tobiko flying fish eggs. Okay? For a little bit of contrast. And then put a little scallion on top. A piece of nori. Another little piece of nori. Another scallion. Another scallion. There it is, guys. My version of Japanized spaghetti. Wafu pasta, wafu pazzuta. I hope you try it. I know you'll enjoy it. I want to thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Hey guys, Richard Blaine here. Thanks for stopping by my Easy Cooking channel tonight. I want to thank you for watching me make some wafu pazzuta, or wafu pasta. Okay, it's really delicious. I'm looking forward to eating it. I'm hungry, and it's sitting right over there, and I'm going to get to it. Now, next week, I'm not going to cook for you. Next week, I'm going to be over at my new channel, Mr. Easy Knife, and I'm going to be doing a review of a classical tactical folder. Probably the quintessential tactical folder that started the tactical folding knife revolution. And that tactical folder is the Ernest Emerson CQ-C6 and CQ-C7 Spec War by Benchmade prior to him starting his own production. They're both classic knives that started an entire revolution of military, tactical, and law enforcement folding knives. I promise it's going to be the best review of these knives and Ernest Emerson history that you've seen on YouTube to date. So, as usual, like I said, I want to thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next video, which is going to be over on Mr. Easy Knife. You guys take care.